Have you ever stood at the edge of a dream, feeling its weight press against your heart, only to be met with obstacles that seem insurmountable? Have you heard the whispers of doubt from others or even from within, telling you that your goal is too far, too hard, too impossible? Here's the unshakable truth. Anything the human mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But the bridge between your vision and your victory is built on one unyielding force: persistence. Napoleon Hill, the philosopher of success, revealed that persistence is the fire that transforms fleeting desires into enduring realities. It's not enough to want. It's not enough to dream. You must refuse to stop, no matter the odds, no matter the setbacks. Today, you're not just watching a video, you're stepping into a moment that could redefine your life. You're about to discover the unstoppable power of persistence, a force that already burns within you, waiting to be unleashed. This is your chance to declare to the universe, "I will not quit until I win." Are you ready to turn every obstacle into a stepping stone, every failure into a lesson, every dream into a destiny? Let's ignite that fire together and begin this journey now. Before we dive into the heart of persistence, I need you to make a sacred commitment to yourself. Napoleon Hill taught us that success begins with a definite decision, a moment where you draw a line in the sand and say, "This is who I am, and this is what I will achieve." If you're ready to embrace the power of never giving up, I want you to pause right now and write this down, either in the comments below or in a notebook that will become your roadmap to greatness. I persist until I succeed. Don't just write it, say it out loud. Feel the weight of those words as they anchor themselves in your soul. This is your contract with your future self, a promise that no challenge will break. Let's make this real. Let's do it together. Persistence is not merely the act of continuing. It's continuing with purpose, with an unshakable faith, with a resolve that laughs in the face of temporary defeat. Napoleon Hill wrote that persistence is to the character of a man what carbon is to steel. It's the element that hardens, strengthens, and makes you unbreakable. Think about steel for a moment. It's not born perfect. It's forged in fire, hammered into shape, tested under pressure. That's what persistence does for you. It takes the raw material of your dreams and tempers it into something indestructible. Consider Abraham Lincoln, a man whose life was a testament to this truth. He faced defeat after defeat, lost elections, failed businesses, personal tragedies that would have crushed a lesser spirit. Yet his persistence, his refusal to abandon his vision of a united nation, carried him to the presidency of the United States, where he changed the course of history. Or look at J.K. Rowling, a single mother struggling to survive, rejected by 12 publishers who couldn't see the magic in her words. But she persisted, typing her manuscript in cafes, believing in her story when no one else did. Today, Harry Potter is a global phenomenon, proof that persistence can turn a spark of imagination into a flame that lights up the world. What sets these people apart from those who give up? They didn't see failure as a dead end. They saw it as a detour, a lesson, a necessary step on the path to victory. And you, how do you see the challenges in your life right now? Are they walls, or are they doors waiting for you to push through? Without persistence, even the most burning desire is nothing more than a whisper in the wind. Hill reminds us that most people quit at the first sign of resistance, but that's exactly where the seeds of success are planted. Persistence is the bridge that carries you from what you want to what you achieve. It takes the vague outlines of a dream and sharpens them into clear, actionable goals. It turns those goals into tangible results through relentless effort. Picture a tiny seed buried in the earth. It doesn't get to choose its starting point. It might be trapped in rocky soil, starved of water, shrouded in darkness. But that seed doesn't give up. It pushes upward, cracking stone, defying gravity, until it breaks through to the sunlight. You are that seed. Your circumstances, your past, your struggles, your doubts do not define your destiny. Your refusal to surrender does. But how do you cultivate this relentless drive when the world seems to conspire against you? The answer lies in 3 unshakable pillars: faith, autosuggestion, and planned action. Let's explore each one, because these are the tools that will carve your path to greatness. First, faith. Hill describes faith as the absolute certainty that your goal is not only possible but inevitable, even when the evidence is nowhere to be seen. It's the ability to believe in what's invisible, to trust in the outcome before it materializes. But faith alone is not enough. It must be applied. You have to act as if your success is already assured. You have to repeat to yourself day after day, I am capable. My dream is within my grasp. This isn't wishful thinking. It's programming your mind to seek solutions, to spot opportunities, to rise above excuses. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine your goal as if it's already yours. Picture yourself living that reality, the house you want, the business you've built, the impact you're making. Feel the pride, the joy, the fulfillment. Hold that image in your mind every single day. That's applied faith, and it's the foundation of persistence. Practice this daily, and you'll build a mental fortress that no setback can breach. Next, autosuggestion. Your mind is a garden, and your thoughts are the seeds. What you plant, you harvest. Hill taught us that autosuggestion is the art of deliberately shaping your subconscious mind by feeding it positive, purposeful thoughts. Take your primary goal, whether it's launching a company, transforming your health, or achieving financial independence, and write it down in clear, specific terms. For example, by December 31st, 2025, I will own a thriving online business generating $10,000 a month. I read that statement aloud twice a day, once in the morning and once before bed, with unshakable conviction. Infuse it with emotion, as if you're already living that truth. The more you repeat it, the more your subconscious accepts it as reality. But here's a warning. Autosuggestion works both ways. If you tell yourself, I'm not good enough, or this will never work, your mind will believe that too. Guard your thoughts fiercely. Replace I can't with how can I. Replace this is too hard with I'm stronger than this challenge. Persistence isn't just about enduring, it's about persisting in the right thoughts, the ones that propel you forward. Finally, planned action. Persistence without a roadmap is like running in circles. You might expend a lot of energy, but you won't get anywhere. Hill emphasizes that every great achievement requires an organized plan. Start by writing down your definite chief aim, the one goal that burns in your heart. Then break it into clear, manageable steps. If your dream is to become an entrepreneur, your plan might include researching your market, drafting a business proposal, learning digital marketing, or finding a mentor. Each step is a brick in the foundation of your success. Don't wait for the perfect plan. Start with what you know now. Take action, even if it's small. Sign up for that course. Make that phone call. Write that first blog post. Every action, no matter how modest, reinforces your commitment and builds momentum. And when your plan hits a snag, as it will, don't stop. Adjust, pivot, try again. The beauty of persistence is that it doesn't demand perfection. It demands progress. Obstacles are not the enemy of success. They're its building blocks. Hill tells us that every failure carries the seed of an equivalent opportunity. The difference between those who succeed and those who fade away lies in how they respond to adversity. When you hit a wall, don't turn back. Pause and ask, what is this teaching me? What new path is this revealing? A rejection might be redirecting you to a better opportunity. A mistake might be sharpening your skills. A delay might be preparing you for a greater triumph. Persist with intelligence, learn from each setback, adapt your approach, and keep moving forward. Let me tell you about Walt Disney, a man whose persistence rewrote the rules of imagination. As a young man, he was fired from a newspaper for supposedly lacking creativity. His first animation studio went bankrupt. He faced countless rejections when pitching his ideas. But Disney didn't quit. He kept drawing, kept dreaming, kept believing in the magic of storytelling. From those ashes rose Mickey Mouse, Disneyland, and a legacy that continues to inspire millions. If Disney had given up after his first failure, the world would be a dimmer place. His persistence didn't just change his life, it changed the world. What could your persistence do for you? Or consider the story of Thomas Edison, who conducted over 10,000 experiments before perfecting the incandescent light bulb. Each failed attempt wasn't a defeat, it was a discovery. When asked about his failures, Edison famously said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. That's the mindset of persistence. Every no is a step closer to yes. Every stumble is a lesson in how to run faster. What experiments are you willing to undertake to light up your own world? Persistence is not a solitary journey. Hill teaches us that no one achieves greatness alone. You need a mastermind, a group of allies who share your vision, who challenge you to grow, who lift you up when the road gets rough. These could be mentors who guide you, friends who inspire you, or colleagues who push you to think bigger. Surround yourself with people who believe in your dream as fiercely as you do. Seek out communities, online forums, local meetups, industry events where you can exchange ideas and absorb specialized knowledge. A mastermind multiplies your strength, turning your persistence into a force of nature. Think of it like a ship crossing a stormy sea. Alone, you might be tossed by the waves. But with a crew, you can navigate any tempest. Who's in your mastermind? Who can you call on to help you stay the course? Persistence is also about resilience in the face of doubt. There will be moments when you question yourself, when the goal feels too far, when the effort feels too heavy. In those moments, return to your why. Why did you start this journey? What's the vision that sets your soul on fire? Maybe you're building a business to give your family a better life. Maybe you're pursuing a passion to leave a legacy. Maybe you're chasing a dream to prove to yourself that you're capable of more. Hold that why close to your heart. Let it be the compass that guides you through the darkest nights. And when doubt creeps in, use autosuggestion to drown it out. Repeat your goal, visualize your success, affirm your strength. You are not your doubts. You are the force that overcomes them. Let's talk about how to make persistence a daily habit, because it's not enough to be inspired today and forget tomorrow. Hill's philosophy is about consistent, deliberate action. Start each day with a ritual of focus. Spend 5 minutes visualizing your goal, reading your written statement, and affirming your commitment. Then take one action, no matter how small, that moves you closer to your dream. It could be sending an email, reading a chapter of a book, or practicing a skill. These small steps compound over time, like drops of water carving a canyon through stone. Create a system to track your progress. Keep a journal where you record your actions, your wins, and your lessons. Review it weekly to see how far you've come. This isn't just about staying motivated, it's about building a lifestyle of persistence. And don't underestimate the power of environment. Your surroundings shape your mindset. Fill your space with reminders of your goal, quotes that inspire you, images that represent your vision, books that expand your knowledge. Distance yourself from naysayers who drain your energy. Seek out those who radiate possibility. Your environment is either a tailwind pushing you forward or an anchor holding you back. Choose wisely. Let's ground this in another story, one that might hit closer to home. Consider Oprah Winfrey, a woman who rose from a childhood of poverty and abuse to become one of the most influential figures in the world. Her journey was riddled with obstacles, discrimination, rejection, personal struggles. But Oprah persisted. She believed in her ability to connect with people, to tell stories that matter, to make a difference. She didn't let her circumstances define her. She let her persistence define her. Today, her name is synonymous with impact. What circumstances are you refusing to let define you? What legacy will your persistence create? Persistence is also about embracing the long game. Success rarely comes overnight. Hill reminds us that the greatest achievements often require years of effort, countless iterations, and unwavering belief. Think of the bamboo plant. For years, it grows underground, invisible to the world, building a vast root system. Then, in a matter of weeks, it shoots up to towering heights. Your persistence is like that bamboo. Every action you take, every day you refuse to quit, is strengthening your roots. The world may not see your progress yet, but when your moment comes, you'll rise with unstoppable force. So how do you stay persistent when the journey feels endless? Break it into milestones. Celebrate the small wins, a new skill learned, a connection made, a fear overcome. These victories fuel your momentum. Reward yourself for staying the course, whether it's a moment of rest, a treat, or a moment to reflect on your growth. And above all, keep your eyes on the horizon. Your goal is not just a destination, it's a transformation. You're not just chasing a result, you're becoming the person who can achieve it. Persistence is as much about who you become as it is about what you achieve. Let's address the fear of failure, because it's one of the biggest barriers to persistence. What if you put in all this effort and still fall short? Here's what Hill would say: there is no failure as long as you keep going. Every attempt, every stumble, every rejection is a lesson that makes you stronger, wiser, better equipped for the next try. The only true failure is quitting. So reframe your fear. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" ask, "What if I keep going?" What if I'm one step away from a breakthrough? History is full of people who were one step away when they refused to give up. Take Colonel Sanders, the founder of KFC. At 65 years old, he was broke, with nothing but a recipe for fried chicken. He drove across the country, pitching his idea to restaurant owners, facing over 1,000 rejections. Most people would have stopped at 10 or 100. But Sanders persisted. Today, KFC is a global empire. What could your persistence build if you refuse to stop at no? Persistence is also about adaptability. Hill doesn't advocate for blind stubbornness. If your approach isn't working, don't just keep slamming into the same wall. Step back, reassess, try a new angle. Maybe your business idea needs a different market. Maybe your skill needs more practice. Maybe your plan needs a fresh perspective. The goal remains the same, but the path can change. Think of persistence as water flowing toward the sea. It doesn't stop when it hits a rock. It finds a way around, over, or through. Be like water. Keep flowing, keep adapting, keep moving toward your destiny. Another key to persistence is energy management. You can't run at full speed all the time without burning out. Hill's philosophy emphasizes balance, nurturing your mind, body, and spirit to sustain your drive. Take care of yourself. Rest when you need to, but don't confuse rest with quitting. Eat foods that fuel your body. Exercise to sharpen your mind. Meditate or pray to connect with your purpose. Surround yourself with beauty, whether it's music, nature, or art. These practices recharge your persistence, ensuring you have the strength to keep going. Let's talk about the role of passion, because persistence thrives on it. Hill believed that a burning desire is the starting point of all achievement, but passion keeps that fire alive. Your goal should light you up, make your heart race, give you a reason to leap out of bed. If your dream feels like a chore, dig deeper. What's the deeper why behind it? Maybe you're not just building a business, you're creating a legacy for your children. Maybe you're not just getting fit, you're reclaiming your confidence. Find the passion that makes persistence feel like a privilege, not a burden. And when that passion wanes, as it sometimes will, return to your mastermind. Your allies will reignite your spark. They'll remind you why you started. They'll share their own stories of persistence, showing you that you're not alone. Hill's concept of the mastermind is like a campfire. Each person adds a log, and together you create a blaze that can't be extinguished. Seek out these connections. Reach out to someone you admire. Join a community of like-minded dreamers. Your persistence will soar when you're surrounded by others who refuse to quit. Let's make this practical with a step-by-step guide to building persistence in your life. Step 1. Define your definite chief aim. Write it down in one clear sentence. For example, I will publish a best-selling novel by 2026. Step 2. Create a vision board. Fill it with images, quotes, and symbols that represent your goal. Place it where you'll see it every day. Step 3. Write a plan with specific, actionable steps. Break it into daily, weekly, and monthly tasks. Step 4. Practice autosuggestion. Read your goal aloud twice a day, visualizing it as if it's already yours. Step 5. Build your mastermind. Identify at least 3 people who can support your journey, mentors, peers, or role models. Step 6. Track your progress. Every week, write down what you did, what you learned, and what you'll do next. Step 7. Celebrate your persistence. Reward yourself for staying committed, whether it's a small treat or a moment of gratitude. These steps aren't just a plan, they're a lifestyle. They're how you turn persistence from a concept into a habit, from a spark into a wildfire. Let's address one final obstacle: time. You might be thinking, I don't have enough time to persist. I have a job, a family, responsibilities. Hill would challenge you to reframe that belief. Time is not your enemy, it's your ally. You don't need hours a day to persist, you need moments. 10 minutes to read a book. 5 minutes to write a plan. 1 minute to affirm your goal. Persistence is about making the most of the time you have, no matter how small. Look at your day. Where can you carve out moments for your dream? Maybe it's waking up 15 minutes earlier. Maybe it's listening to an audiobook during your commute. Maybe it's brainstorming ideas while you cook dinner. Every moment you dedicate to your goal is a victory. Every moment you persist is a step toward your destiny. As we near the end of this journey, let's reflect on what persistence means for you. It's not just about achieving a goal, it's about becoming the person who can achieve it. Every time you choose to keep going, You're forging a stronger, braver, wiser version of yourself. You're proving to the world and to yourself that you are unstoppable. You're not defined by where you start, by the challenges you face, or by the doubts that try to hold you back. You're defined by your refusal to quit. So what's your next step? What's the one action you can take today to honor your persistence? Maybe it's writing down your goal for the first time. Maybe it's reaching out to a mentor. Maybe it's picking yourself up after a setback and saying, I'm not done yet. Whatever it is, take that step. Make it real. Make it now. And as you do, know that you're not alone. You're part of a legacy of dreamers who persisted: Lincoln, Rowling, Disney, Edison, Winfrey, and countless others who refused to let their dreams die. You're part of a community of people watching this video, reading these words, feeling the same fire in their hearts. Together we persist. Together we win. If this message has stirred something deep within you, if you've felt the spark of purpose ignite, if you're ready to unleash the power of persistence in your life, then this is your moment to act. Subscribe to this channel right now and join a movement of dreamers who, like you, are turning their desires into destinies. Comment below with the words that will echo through your journey. I persist until I succeed. Don't stop there. Today, take that first step. Write your goal. Make your plan. Reach out to someone who can lift you higher. Surround yourself with people who believe in your dream. You are not bound by your circumstances, your past, or your fears. You are bound only by your decision to keep going. The world is waiting for your greatness. Your dream is waiting for your persistence. Go out there and conquer it.